Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you in to Gateway Homeschool Network's production of Trouble in Paradise Junction. Come on. All right, a couple things before we get started. Please silence your cell phones. Please, no flash photography. I know your children might look good up here under all these lights, but please, no flash photography. We have lights for a reason. Use the ones that are already provided. All right, a couple other things. Your kids have been working really hard on this play, and it has come together beautifully. Now, what that means for you guys as an audience is I want you guys to laugh when things are funny. Some of your kids are funny. Some of the things they do is funny, and some of them just look funny. So have fun at it, and laugh at them, and laugh with them. Well, preferably with them, not at them. If not, we also have a counseling program that is available. But it's all right. This has been such an honor and a privilege for us to get to work with your students, to see where they have come from at the beginning of this year to where they are now is absolutely amazing. This play has come together miraculously. No, seriously. Yeah. I didn't know it would happen. No. I am excited to see this be their last performance. For those of you that are joining us online, I want to welcome you from all over the world. We have people logging in from all over the world, family members that were traveling, and people that are stuck overseas, and people that are trying to come back home to their parents, but their parents won't let them. Wherever you are tonight, welcome online. So without any further ado, I present to you guys Trouble in Paradise Junction.
Welcome to Paradise Junction, the best little town in the world. We have a saying around these parts: if things seem too good to be true, then you must be in Paradise Junction. No, it's not perfect, not by any means. Things just seem to work out a little bit better here. It's the kind of place where the weather is always fine.
Good morning, Gertie.
Good morning, Edna. Beautiful day, ain't it?
All day, every day.
Did you get any of that rain last night?
Sure did. It left our car sparkling like it was brand new.
Only in Paradise Junction.
It's the kind of place where every thumb is green.
Where are you going, Frida? To the beach?
What? Oh no, Ernie. These aren't beach balls. These are my tomatoes.
Tomatoes, huh? What did you feed them?
Nothing. I just dumped the cat's litter box out the back door last night, and in the morning I found these.
Only in Paradise Junction.
It's the kind of place where everybody's willing to lend a hand, even if they have their own way of doing it.
Officer Finn! Officer Finn! Mr. Whiskers is stuck in a tree!
Okay, Cindy, I'll go get the fire trucks. The ladder should be able to reach him.
Wait, no, you can't use the ladder, Big Finn. Don't you remember what happened last time? You almost scared the poor thing to death.
I say we cut the tree down.
That thing has been waiting to crush us all to death.
Oh no, we can't cut down the tree. The town charter was signed under that tree. Look, Arabella, a crowd. Now stand up straight and smile. You never know when the paparazzi will show up.
Paparazzi?
Never mind.
I could use my hot air balloon.
Sure, but once you get up that high, how will you grab the cat?
You can grab him with my fishing net.
What if the balloon floats away?
We'll have to tie it to something heavy.
I knew the fire truck would come in handy.
Oh, thank you, Wilbur.
Cindy, is that Mr. Whiskers?
It sure is.
Good job, Wilbur. How did you get him down?
I didn't. He just got so tired of everybody arguing, he came down on his own.
Only in Paradise Junction.
You're probably wondering how we got this way. Well, it all started 150 years ago when Jedediah Hornblower founded the town. He took out ads in all the big Eastern newspapers. Get rich quick, they said. The streets of Paradise Junction are paved with gold. People streamed in from all over, hoping to strike it rich. The only problem was, there wasn't any gold, and that made people mad. So mad, in fact, that they ran Jedediah out of his own town. Most of the people left after that, but those who decided to stay looked around and realized they liked what they saw. No, the streets of Paradise Junction weren't really paved with gold, but when the sun set over Mount Paradise every evening, it almost looked like they were. And Paradise Creek may not have been made from silver, but when you knelt down and you took a big long swig from it, it almost seemed like the world was your treasure box. Yep, the people of Paradise Junction were pretty happy here. Well, at least they were, before them TV folks came. How'd you like the pie, Horace? Horace?
You've got magic in that oven, Joe.
There's nothing magic about it. You've just got to pay attention.
How much do you want for it?
The pie?
For the recipe. $5,000, $10,000,
I don't want your money.
$20,000, and that's my final offer. Take it or leave it.
Why do you want the recipe so bad?
Martha has entered the pie baking contest every year for the past 3 years. And she's come home broken-hearted every time.
Oh, okay, and you want her to win?
No. I'm the one who has to eat those pies. I want them to stop tasting like they were scraped from the bottom of a garbage bin.
Oh.
Have you ever tried her onion pie?
Is that what was in there?
Yeah. She said she wanted to give it some bite.
Well, look, if it means that much to you, I'll just give you the recipe.
You're a fool, Joe. I could have made you a rich man.
What are you talking about? I'm already rich.
You? Rich?
Why, sure. The sun's shining, the trees are blooming, and I've got another pie just like that one about to come out of the oven. What more could I possibly want?
Can think of one thing.
You keep quiet now. Morning, Polly. Would you like to try a piece of my huckleberry pie?
Not today, Joe. I'm making my rounds for the Gazette. I don't suppose there's been any big news since yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Haven't you heard? The Hockelmeyers were broken into last night.
Really? What happened?
So, you know how soundly Ernie sleeps, right? Well, last night, around 3 in the morning, Ernie was yanked out of dreamland by a deafening crash in the kitchen. He got up and he grabbed his shotgun. His hands were shaking and his knees were knocking. It must have taken him 15 minutes to get down the stairs. And when he did, well, the kitchen, it was a disaster. Chairs were knocked over. Pots and pans were scattered everywhere. And then he saw it.
What?
A huge shadow, just past the table. He crept quietly towards it, keeping a steady finger on the trigger. And then, without a lick of fear, the intruder poked his head above the table.
Oh my gosh, who was it?
Goliath.
Goliath? Ernie's rooster?
Yep.
I should have known better than to come here looking for news.
Oh, I don't know. I've always heard that no news is good news.
Not for a reporter like me, Joe. Ever since I was a little girl, I've dreamed of working for a big city newspaper. The tap, tap, tap of the typewriters, the roar of the giant presses, and I keep applying for jobs. But no one will give me a chance. And do you know why? Because all I ever write about is pie baking contests and renegade roosters.
Oh, forget the big city, Polly. Stay here and marry me. What are you laughing at?
You've asked me that in January, February, March, and now April. And each time I've said no. When are you going to give up?
I don't know. What month comes after never?
And besides, a girl's not likely to say yes until she sees what kind of ring she's getting.
You want a ring? I'll get you a ring.
Look, Joe, you know I love you, but let's face facts. There's no way you're ever going to leave Paradise Junction, and I absolutely refuse to spend the rest of my life in this one-horse town.
Didn't you hear? We're not a one-horse town anymore. The Pinkley's mare had twins.
You know what I mean.
Oh. Come on, Polly. There's got to be some way to convince you to stay here and marry me.
Sure, Joe. If Paradise Junction made the front page of the New York Times, then I'd know the town had arrived. Well, goodbye, Joe. Goodbye, Mr. McGillicuddy.
Goodbye, Polly.
Hallelujah!
Now what's gotten into you?
Well, didn't you hear? I've got a wedding to plan.
Now, Joe, you've got to get Paradise Junction on the front page of the New York Times first.
And that's just what I'm gonna do.
Oh, yeah? How?
Oh, well, I don't want to get bogged down in all the details right now. I'm more of a big picture kind of guy.
Uh-huh. Well, when that newspaper article comes out, save a copy for me, would you?
Will do, Horace. Will do.
Oh, great. My heel broke. Could this day possibly get any worse?
Can we help you?
Yes. My Lamborghini died about a mile down the road.
What do you want us to do about it?
I want you to fix it.
You mean like with a screwdriver?
Screwdriver, monkey wrench, mallet, whatever it takes.
I told you people would get confused by our sign.
You mean you don't repair cars?
That depends on what you mean by repair.
I mean get them running again.
Well, then, no.
Wonderful.
It's not that we don't want to.
It's just that we don't know how.
This is Paradise Junction. Nothing ever breaks around here.
Well, is there anything you can do?
Sure, we can slap some paint on it for you.
Yeah, red'll make it look real fast.
Listen, you melon heads. I don't want my car to look fast. I want it to go fast.
Well, it don't look like that's going to happen, does it?
I don't believe this. I'm supposed to be on my way to New York City for the most important meeting of my career, and instead I'm stranded in Mayberry RFD.
What do them letters mean?
You some kind of secret agent?
No, I'm a TV producer. I'm supposed to come up with a new reality show by 5 o'clock today.
Reality show? Ain't that one of them oxygen morons? Like Civil War?
Or Jumbo Shrimp?
I'll have you know, our network has a strict policy about accuracy in our shows. We check every fact twice before we ignore it.
I like her. She talks funny.
Hold on. Did you say nothing ever breaks around here?
That's right. And no one ever gets sick.
Unless you eat one of Mrs. McGillicuddy's pies.
That seems too good to be true.
Hey, that's our town slogan.
If things seem too good to be true, then you must be in Paradise Junction.
You know, I just had an epiphany.
Don't worry. Dr. Gertie can take care of that.
No, I mean I had an idea. If someone wanted to produce a TV show here, who would they talk to?
TV show, huh? I guess they talk to Mayo Flo.
They'd better hurry. She's leaving for a fishing trip tomorrow.
Where's her office?
City Hall. It's in Town Square, just one block past Madame LaRue's Academy for the Terpsichorean Arts.
Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
still say we ought to change that sign.
Yeah, but then we'd have to get out of these jazz.
You're right. It's not worth it.
One more for you to sign, Mayor Flo.
Velma, can you wait until after my fishing trip?
Not this time, Mayor. Horace McGillicuddy's pretty adamant.
A proclamation saying May Miss Arabella McGillicuddy won?
She just won the Miss Paradise Junction contest.
She was the only contestant for the 3rd year in a row.
Would it kill you to let her have her day in the sun? After all, Horace has contributed a great deal of money to this town.
I know, and I'm grateful. But his money always seems to come with strings attached. Take the park he built.
Horace McGillicuddy Park?
Yes, it's nice having a place for kids to play. But did he have to plaster advertisements for his store over every square inch of the playground?
I'm sure he just wants to get an edge on the competition.
What competition? He's not the only store in town.
Look, Mayor, if you don't sign this now, Horace will track you down wherever you're going and make you sign it himself.
Well, I suppose you're right. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go drown some worms.
Is there a number I can reach you at?
Not if I can help it. Oh no! It's Joe.
I thought you liked Joe.
Everyone likes Joe. So the problem is he's liable to talk my ear off, and then I'll never get to the light.
Duck behind the desk, Mayor. I'll get rid of him.
You're a peach, Velma.
Hey, Velma, can I speak with Mayor Flo?
Sorry, Joe. She just left for her fishing trip.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I brought her a piece of my huckleberry pie. I know it's her favorite.
Just leave it here. She can enjoy it when she gets back.
Oh, but it's still warm and fresh and gooey inside.
Give it here.
Hey, Mayor Flo. I thought you weren't leaving until tomorrow.
I just got a hot tip. The catfish are fighting something fierce.
Oh, yeah? Where at?
Now, Joe, you know there isn't enough money in the world to make me give away my secret fishing spot.
Hell, can't blame a guy for trying.
Say, you didn't come here just to bring me this pie, did you?
No. I wanted to talk to you about your nephew.
My nephew?
Yeah, didn't you say he was an editor for the Times?
No, I said he was an editor for a time.
Oh. Well, I guess that's different then.
Why do you want to know?
I was just thinking of how nice it would be if we could get Paradise Junction in the newspapers, you know, boost our town's image. What are you laughing at?
Joe, you're the last person in the world to care about our town's image. Besides, weren't you the one who wanted to take down all our signs so travelers would pass through without even knowing they'd been here?
All right, fine. If you must know, I asked Polly to marry me.
Again?
Why, sure. But this time she said yes.
Congratulations. When's the big day?
That's the thing. I've got to get Paradise Junction on the front page of the New York Times first.
Are you sure Polly wants to marry you, Joe?
Why, sure, I'm sure. She's just a little particular about how she does it.
Sorry, Joe. Can't help you there.
No, I was afraid of that.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got to get going.
Oh, where are you going?
Oh, about 50 miles. Ah, you're a sly one, Joe.
Have a good trip, Mayor Flo.
I always do.
Hey, Joe, do you have a few minutes?
I always have time for you, Velma.
Great, because the mayor's chair has been making some funny noises.
Are you sure it's the chair?
Just fix it, please.
All right. up a little bit. Now, maybe if I loosen that a little bit. Ah, sounds good. All right. And now, oh.
Excuse me, Mayor?
No, I'm not the mayor.
My name is Tina Powers. I want to produce a reality show here.
A reality show? What's that?
Don't you watch television?
Well, not if there's something else to watch.
Well, what we would do is show real people. Your friends, your neighbors, living their day-to-day lives.
Well, heck, I can see that just sitting on my porch swing.
Well, sure you can. But just think of all those poor, ignorant souls in the rest of the country. Wouldn't you like them to see how good you've got it?
Well, I don't know, ma'am. Kind of seems like bragging to me.
All right, forget that. Think of the money.
Money?
Sure, we'll pay the city $5 million if you give us the right to film here.
To be honest with you, ma'am, I don't know what we'd do with all that money.
Oh, come on. You can think of something. You could build a municipal swimming pool or improve your schools.
Paradise Creek is just fine for swimming, and we already have the smartest kids in the county.
All right, forget about the money. Think of the fame.
Fame?
Sure, if the show's a hit, you'll be covered by all the media. Magazines, newspapers. Why, you might even make the front page of the New York Times.
Make the front page. Where do I sign?
Right here.
All right. Hang on. What's this?
What? Oh, that's just the fine print.
Wait, it says you have the right to film us anytime, any place, and that you're free to edit our words as you see fit?
It's standard, I assure you.
I'm sorry, Miss Tina, but I can't sign this.
Have you lost your mind?
Maybe. But you know what? We've got a pretty good thing going here. Oh, we may not be as sophisticated as you, but we appreciate the little things that make each day worth living. And we know we can count on our neighbors when we need help. Can you say that about your neighbors?
I wouldn't know. I've never met them.
Goodbye, Miss Tina. I hope you find success, just not around here.
You're going to regret not signing this.
Probably, but I know I'd regret signing it even more.
Who was that, Joe? She looked pretty upset.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're never going to be hearing from her again.
Wanna bet?
Some New York producer wants to make a TV show here.
Can they do that?
Well, sure, they can do that, and they would too, except Joe put a stop to it.
Joe? What's Joe got to do with it?
Well, it seems he was in the mayor's office when the producer stopped by. She offered the town $5 million to film a reality show here, but Joe ran her off with one of the mayor's fishing poles. He never even told her he wasn't the mayor.
Joe's got no right to do that.
Well, he did it just the same.
Ernie, did you hear the big news?
No, what?
Joe ran off some big Hollywood producer with a shotgun.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She offered him $50 million for the use of the town, but he turned her down cold.
I didn't even know Joe owned a gun.
Yeah. You gonna believe the newspaper, or are you gonna believe your own mind?
The newspaper, of course.
Martha, you are not going to believe this.
Calm down, Edna.
What
Steven
is it now?
Spielberg offered to buy Paradise Junction for $500 million, and Joe shot him! You don't say. Sure as I'm standing here. I ought to have a talk with that boy. I think we should all talk to him.
Good idea. Let's go.
Hey, Ernie, I saved you a piece of that rhubarb pie. Would you rather have blueberry? Morning, ladies. What brings you in today? It's not often you two are on the same side. It looks like I'm gonna need more pie.
We're not here for your pie, Joe. We got something more important on our minds.
We heard you killed Steven Spielberg.
What? That's ridiculous.
I read it in the newspaper just this morning.
I read that paper. It said no such thing. All it said was that I refused to sell out the town for $5 million.
Aha, so you admit it.
Why, sure I admit it. It's nothing but a raw deal.
That ain't for you to decide, Joe.
The town needs that money.
We could use it to clean up the old band shell.
Band shell, for $5 million, we could build a whole performing arts center.
Or a brand new school.
Or a 3D Jumbotron right in the middle of town square.
What?
Why?
Oh, that is so nice.
I saw it on Weekend Sports tonight.
I have an idea, though.
Quiet down. Can't you guys see that this deal is only going to hurt the town? Them TV folks are going to come in here and pry into every nook and cranny of our lives.
I've got nothing to hide, Joe. What are you trying to hide?
Yeah! Miss Crochet, don't you remember? Last year you almost had Ernie Hockelmeyer arrested for picking one of your prize-winning pansies. How are you going to feel when a cameraman is trampling over your whole garden?
For $5 million, they can rip the flowers out of the ground and stick them in their ears for all I care.
Yeah! At least we should put it to a vote.
Frida, you know we can't put it to a vote until we get the mayor's signature on it.
But we don't even know where she is.
That doesn't matter. She's got to sign it.
Hey, Joe. Did you say the mayor has to sign any contract with the TV network?
Why, sure, Horace. You know that.
Well, here it is. Signed by Mayor Flo herself.
Where did you get that?
Doesn't matter. I got it.
But nobody even knows where she is.
Tell me, Frida. Is that the mayor's signature or not?
Sure looks like it.
The mayor signed it. That's good enough for me.
Let's put it to a vote.
We can't put it to a vote. I've got to call a town meeting first.
We can have the town meeting here.
As president of the town council, I hereby call this meeting to order. Would anybody like to move that we accept this contract that Mayor Flo done signed?
I do, Ernie.
Do I hear a second?
I second it.
And I third it.
Big Finn, how many times have I got to tell you? There ain't no such thing as a third.
Has anybody even read this contract?
We don't have to read it.
That's right. Don't you trust the strange lady from the big city who no one's ever seen before and no one will ever see again?
As president of the Women's Arts League, the oldest and most distinguished arts group in town, I know I speak for all of our members when I say that this contract can only help to spread the fame of Paradise Junction. Excuse me, but as president of the Ladies' Culture Committee, the largest and most prestigious group in Paradise Junction, I say that fame is nothing compared to the wealth and prosperity that this deal will bring to our town.
Oh, boy.
Have y'all had your say now?
I reckon so, Ernie.
All right then. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye! All those against, say nay.
Nay. The ayes have it.
Just think, Mother, I'm going to be a TV star.
Of course you are, darling. Now stand up straight here. We want you to look your best for the cameras.
Well, I hope you're proud of yourself.
Of course I'm proud, aren't you?
Me?
Yes, I managed to scoop all the big city newspapers, even the ones out in Hollywood, and my phone has been ringing off the hook. Do you know who just called me? The entertainment editor for the Los Angeles Times. He wanted to quote me for their very own article on the show. Me, Polly Ann Day.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say.
You don't have to say anything, Joe. Your face says it all.
Polly, wait, come back. Polly!
Now remember, students, you are all a garden of flowers, and the ceiling is the sun. Now grow towards the sun. Higher now. Higher. Wilbur Hockelmeyer, you stop that immediately. You're distracting the other students.
I'm sorry, Miss Lure. It's just that when I put my petals in there, my roots got all tangled up.
This isn't about petals and roots. This is about getting in touch with the flower inside you.
Flower inside me?
Yes, Wilbur. Each person has a rare and precious flower inside them. Now, what kind of flower is inside you?
A cauliflower. No, seriously, we had some for dinner last night.
You people are not taking this seriously. Wink Smiley is going to be here any minute now, and we don't want him thinking we're a bunch of talentless clods.
Well, I don't see how all this cavorting around is going to land my Arabella $1 million movie deal.
$1 million?
Martha does have a point. This is supposed to be a reality show. Don't we want to give them, you know, reality?
Of course we want to give them reality. What's wrong with improving on that reality a little?
I agree with Miss LaRue. After all, she was a big star on Broadway.
Well, I don't know about big star.
Yes, well, I studied a little theater myself, and I can tell you we never gallivanted around pretending to be a bunch of petunias. We were method actors.
Oh, I can never be a method actor. I come from a family of strict Presbyterians.
Why did I ever leave New York?
Here, Wilbur, you've got to start low to the ground like this. Next, circle your arms above your head. There you go. You're getting it. Now, spread your arms outward as you slowly rise to your feet. See? It's easy.
Do you think, Arabella, that helps a lot?
Arabella McGillicuddy, what are you doing?
I'm helping Wilbur germinate.
Oh, no, you don't, young lady. You're much too young to be germinating with boys. And besides, you shouldn't be talking to Wilbur at all. He is the competition after all.
Oh no, class, look. Wilbur is wilting. We have to do something. Wait, I know. Let's all be rain clouds. Come on, ladies. Drizzle for Wilbur. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle.
What is this? Invasion of the Weirdos?
Oh, what's the matter, Martha?
There's a strange man watching us.
This is no man. This is Wink Smiley.
Can I have your autograph?
Give me room, folks. Give me room. I just had my hair professionally dry cleaned. Hi, Mom. Nora, you're letting the camera drift again. Greetings, townspeople. As I'm sure you know, my name is Winks Smiley, and I'm going to be the host of Paradise on Earth. I can't wait to tell the world about this wonderful little town you've got here. But before I do that, I want to get to know you. I want to understand what makes each and every one of you special.
I've got a bunion that looks just like Millard Fillmore.
No! Please! The network has a strict policy against political statements.
I can play Beethoven's Ninth Symphony with these 2 spoons.
I hope he doesn't use those to eat with.
If you're going to put anyone on your show, Mr. Smiley, it's got to be my daughter Arabella. She can twirl 2 flaming batons at the same time. Now stand back. I don't want your hair to get singed.
Stop! Everyone! Look, I'm sure you're all very talented, but I'm not looking for talent.
No talent?
But I thought you wanted us to be entertaining.
Of course I want you to be entertaining, but people aren't entertained by cheesy circus acts anymore. They'd rather watch people like themselves. They want to see how you live. They want to know about your problems, your struggles.
Just yesterday, we helped get Cindy's kitten out of a tree.
No, no, no! I don't want kittens. I want conflict. I want heartbreak. I want betrayal. You know, all the things that make this country great.
We don't have anything like that.
She's right. Everybody pretty much gets along here.
That seems too good to be true.
Well, then you must be in Paradise Junction.
I don't get it. Why did Tina send us to this Ritz-Cracker of a town?
She said that Paradise Junction had magical powers.
Magical powers? The only power I see is a power to put people to sleep.
Aw, I don't know. I think it's kind of sweet.
Sweet? Sweet? Listen, my friend. Sweet is boring. Sweet is what gets you canceled. We need a hook. We need something that will glue people's eyeballs to their TV sets.
Martha, I admit Arabella is a very gifted young woman, but I'm not sure you realize how difficult it is to play Beethoven using only ordinary eating utensils.
Not at all, Edna. I'm sure it's very difficult. What I'm not sure about is whether Beethoven has stopped spinning in his grave yet.
Wait a minute. What's that?
That's just Edna and Martha.
It sounds like they're arguing.
Oh no, that's just the way they talk.
Have they always been like this?
Pretty much.
It all started 3 years ago, right after the McGillicuddies first moved here.
The Women's Arts League wanted to put up a statue of Lady Liberty, only they didn't have enough money in their budget.
That's when Horace McGillicuddy comes along with all his big city money.
Horace tells everybody he'll pay for the statue as long as he gets to design it. Well, the Ladies' Culture Committee decided it was such a great idea, they agreed.
I always said it was a bad deal.
The day came for the unveiling. The town threw a big parade with floats and marching bands and everything.
Why, people came from miles around to see it.
As soon as the parade was over, Mayor Flo pulled the sheet off the statue and a big gasp went up from the crowd. People had never seen such a thing.
What's the matter? Wasn't the statue any good?
Oh no, it was very good. In fact, it looked just like a real person.
So, what was the problem?
The person it looked like was Martha. Horace had used her as the model.
Well, Edna got so mad at Martha, she kicked her right out of the Women's Arts League.
So Martha started her own group and called it the Ladies' Culture Committee.
The two haven't seen eye to eye since.
Nora, I think we found our hook.
Ugh, I don't see why we had to get up so early. I haven't even had breakfast yet.
Quit complaining. This is the most productive time of the day.
I don't see how you can possibly be this peppy on an empty stomach.
The thrill of the hunt, my friend. When I smell blood, I'm like a lion on the prowl. All my muscles tense up. All my senses go on the alert. Haven't you ever felt like that?
Only when I see a cheese Danish.
You can feed your face later. Right now, we're gonna make a surprise call on the Hucklemeyers.
A surprise call? It's 5 a.m. They're probably still in their pajamas.
Good point. I'll see if I can arrange a product placement deal with the pajama manufacturer. Well, get ready. We're going in.
Why, hello, Mr.
Aha!
Good morning, Mr. Smiley. Beautiful day, ain't it?
What's the matter with you? You're wide awake.
Of course you're awake. It's 5 a.m. This is the most productive time of the day.
Hey, that's what he said.
Shut up, Nora.
Would you like some pancakes?
I sure would.
Now, we wouldn't want you to go to all that trouble, would we, Nora?
No.
Actually, it's no trouble at all.
After all, you know what they say. Some folks were meant to cook, and some were meant to eat.
Maybe later. We have to get some footage for the show first.
What would you like us to do, Mr. Smiley?
I don't want you to do anything. Just be yourselves. We'll let the drama arise from the moment.
If you say so.
Cut!
What's the matter?
What do you think is the matter? I need you to talk.
But they're hungry, Mr. Smiley. You'd have a better chance of getting a snowball to survive a heat wave.
Well, I can't put this on the air. People would switch to something more exciting, like the Snoring Channel.
Sorry, Mr. Smiley. Can we try again?
All right, but this time, let's try to make it interesting.
So, son, what have you got planned for today?
Well, Father, I was hoping I could borrow the little red wagon.
The little red wagon? Aren't you a little old to be playing with the little red wagon?
The little red wagon's not for me, Father. It's for my Eagle Scout troop. We're organizing a paper drive with the little red wagon.
What would the poor want with some musty old newspapers and a little red wagon?
The newspapers aren't for the poor, Father. We're taking them to the recycling center in the little red wagon and donating the proceeds to the poor.
That sounds like a mighty fine cause, son. In fact, it's so fine, I'd be honored to give you a drive around town myself in the big red truck. Instead of the little red wagon.
Gee, Father, you're a great father. Father.
Well, son, you're a great son. Son.
Are you people for real? Because you don't sound real. You sound like robots. No, wait, not robots. What is less personality than robots?
I'm not sure, but I would guess the answer is rocks.
Bingo. You are all very boring rocks with little red wagons.
But I thought you told us to be ourselves.
That was before I knew who you were. Come on, Nora. Let's go.
What's wrong?
It's just that... Oh, never mind.
No, please, tell us what you need, Mr. Smiley.
I need honesty. I need for you to tell me the truth, no matter who gets hurt.
I'm not sure if I understand.
Look, I was sent here to figure out what makes your town special, what makes your town unique. Well, I've been here 24 hours now, and I still haven't found any magic.
There's nothing magic about Paradise Junction, Mr. Smiley. Everybody cares for each other is all.
Everybody?
Yes, Mr. Smiley. Everybody.
What about the McGillicuddies? I understand some people feel that they really don't belong here.
I'm not sure where you heard that. The McGillicuddies are fine, upstanding folk. Why, Martha McGillicuddy is one of the kindest, most selfless women ever to grace our town.
Selfless is a rather strong word, don't you think?
I've got a stronger one.
And not. Look, Mr. Smiley, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make us say something bad about the McGillicuddies. Well, we're not gonna fall for it.
Now, hold on!
We got a saying around these parts, Mr. Smiley. Gossiping about people is like feeding a pig in a windstorm. You just get a lot of slop all over yourself, and in the end, neither you nor the pig are happy.
What?
Now, if you don't mind, Wilbur and I have to get some newspapers together. Goodbye, Mr. Smiley.
Goodbye, Mr. Hockemeyer. We'll be back.
I'm sure you will.
Would you like to take some pancakes with you?
You bet. Thanks, Mrs. Hockelmeyer. Nice folks, the Hockelmeyers.
Yeah, they sure are.
Too bad they didn't give us anything to work with.
Are you kidding? They gave us plenty to work with. We just have to do some creative editing.
Oh, wait. What?
Up over there.
Oh, stop right there.
What's the matter?
You know I don't allow TVs in here.
Oh, come on, Joe. Everybody wants to see how the show turned out.
Well, why don't you go down to the barber shop? They already have a TV.
Not enough room down there. And besides, the conversation's a whole lot better here.
Oh, all right, fine. It can stay. But if there's one commercial for personal hygiene products, out it goes.
Thanks, Joe.
But on Channel 5, Ernie.
I know.
And now, it's time for America's newest hit show.
How can it be a hit? Ain't even been on air yet.
Shh. Paradise Lost.
Hold on there. Did he say Paradise Lost? I thought they were calling it Paradise on Earth.
Must be a typo.
Hi, I'm Wink Smiley, and I'd like to welcome you to Paradise Junction. To a stranger, this may look like any small town. The houses are neatly painted. The lawns are freshly mowed.
Hey, look, Big Finn, that's your house.
Wow, I never dreamed it would be famous.
But this town isn't just any town.
Here it comes.
For underneath this idyllic veneer lies a cesspool of hypocrisy and corruption.
What did he say?
I don't know. I'm not even sure he's speaking English.
Mayor Flo is the nominal head of the town, but if the catfish are biting, she's nowhere to be found. That's when the town is ruled by this woman, Martha McGillicuddy.
Oh, look, Martha, it's you.
Mom, you're on TV.
Why do you look so mad, Martha?
Got a bee in your bonnet?
Martha and her husband Horace are relative newcomers to Paradise Junction, having moved here just 3 years ago. Since that time, they've established a successful business and taking their place among the town's cultural elite. And yet, despite their many achievements, one still eludes Martha, winning a blue ribbon in the annual pie baking contest, and a Hockelmeyer, You know Martha McGillicuddy as well as anyone. How would you describe her culinary skills?
Well, you know what they say. Some folks were meant to cook and some were meant to eat.
Just what do you mean by that, Edna?
So you don't think she has a chance of winning the blue ribbon this year?
A snowball would have a better chance of surviving a heat wave.
What?
I understand Martha uses a special ingredient in her pies. Do you know what that might be?
I'm not sure, but I would guess the answer is rocks.
So I cook with rocks, do I? That's not what I said!
I'm sorry, Edna, but the TV doesn't lie. And aren't those your lips moving around up there? Ain't those your words coming out of them?
Yes, but you don't understand. They changed what I...
What about you, Mr. Hockelmeyer? You were the pie baking contest judge for many years. What's it like to eat one of Martha's pies?
You just get a lot of slop all over yourself, and in the end, neither you nor the pig are happy.
So I'm a pig now, am I?
I wasn't talking about you, I was talking about the other pig.
Ernie! Edna Hockelmeyer, this is the last straw. Our friendship is over.
But Martha!
And as for you, Ernie Hockelmeyer...
Meet Joe Good. He runs the Rise and Shine Diner, which serves as the main gathering place for town. People say Joe is a shoo-in for the annual pie baking contest. After all, he's won every year for the last 12 years.
Oh, 13 actually. But who's counting?
People also say he's the friendliest guy in town. Of course, he's friendlier with some folks than others. In this secret footage, we see how he helps one of his neighbors.
Hey, are you up? I said, are you up?
Look, that's Joe sneaking up to that house in the middle of the night.
And look, that's my mom, and she's in her bathrobe.
Come on in, Joe. I've been waiting for you.
The woman, none other than Martha McGillicuddy herself.
Joe? Martha! How did he get that?
You deny that it's you, Joe.
No, of course it's me. You can tell just by looking at me.
No, I'm not a fighting man, Joe.
Wait, Horace.
Well,
no,
if you think I won't let you sneak around with my wife.
For heaven's sake, Horace, we weren't sneaking around. He was teaching me how to bake.
Yeah, even you said her pies taste like they were made out of garbage. Oops.
I've never been so humiliated in my life. By my own husband.
Martha, sweetheart, don't take it the wrong way. I love the taste of your garbage.
Mom! Dad! Come back!
Oh. Is that the absolute truth, Joe? About you teaching Martha to bake?
You know it is, Ernie.
Well, that's too bad, Joe, because I'm afraid that's even worse.
How is that worse?
Because it's against the rules, Joe. The official pie baking rulebook states, and I quote, "No contestant may receive assistance from another contestant."
Oh, well, it wasn't assistance, more like a rescue mission.
Sorry, Joe, but I've got no choice. I'm disqualifying the both of you from this year's pie baking contest.
Whoopee! I finally have a chance this year! I mean, I'm sorry to hear that, Joe.
It's all right, Miss Crochet. It's about time I hung up my apron anyway. I just hope that's the end of all the trouble.
Tune in again next week for more tales of treachery and deception on Paradise.
pie baking contest.
I made it!
Well, I'll be a blue-nosed gopher, Edna. Looks like you're the only contestant left.
Does that mean I won?
Not yet. I've got to taste it first.
Well, here, Gertie, take a big piece.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hey, Velma, have you seen Polly around?
Old man Crothers are down by the train station. Says she was buying a ticket to New York City.
New York City, but what would she want to go there for?
You ought to know that better than anyone, Joe. Didn't she always say it was her dream to work for a big city newspaper?
Well, sure, but no, Polly wouldn't do that. She probably just went there to look around, you know, to do some sightseeing.
I don't think so. It was a one-way ticket.
One-way ticket, but it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I know we had some harsh words last time we spoke, but I didn't think she'd ever leave Paradise Junction. At least not without saying goodbye.
Sorry, Joe, but you know what they say. There are plenty of other fish in the sea.
No, there's only one fish, and her name is Polly Ann Day.
I've got some bad news, folks. For the first time in the history of the Paradise Junction Pie Baking Contest, there is no winner. You've all disqualified yourselves, and a sorrier sight I never did see. This competition is over. Over!
Right on schedule.
Well, I hope you're happy.
Happy? I'm ecstatic. Everything went just the way I planned.
But you made the townspeople look like fools.
Oh, no. Correction, my friend. The townspeople made themselves look like fools. We were just here to record it.
You know, if I had any self-respect, I'd quit this job right now.
Because of this? This is nothing. Just wait till you see what I've got planned for the season finale. Our ratings are gonna go through the roof.
15-minute intermission. 15-minute intermission. We have some goodies, some baked goods in the other room, as well as a chance for a raffle ticket in order to win yourself some of your very own Paradise Lost memorabilia.
honey. Can you believe it?
This is where they film Paradise Lost.
Wow, this looks just like a real town.
That's the magic of Hollywood for you.
It's all done with CGI these days.
There sure are a lot of new faces in town, Sam. Yeah, that's what they call the paparazzi. Paparazzi? You know, the kind of folks that like to follow famous folks around. Are we famous, Sam? I don't know. That's why I brought us into town. I want to see if anybody recognizes us. Here comes Miss Crochet. I bet she'll recognize us. I don't think she counts. Hey there, Miss Crochet. How are you this fine day?
Sorry, Mr. Edwards, but I can't make it into school this week. Today, I'm doing a big photo shoot for TV Weekly. Tomorrow, I'm appearing on the Oprah Winstead Show. And Wednesday, I'm launching my new line of designer hats. Yes, I know I'm the only teacher left in town, but can't the students teach themselves?
What's the matter with her? I think she's gone Hollywood. Howdy do, Miss LaRue. It's always good to see you.
You heard me, Al. I want you to gut the entire studio. I'm converting the place into a tanning salon. No, wait, not a salon, an academy. That's it, Madame LaRue's Academy for the Heliophilic Arts.
Well, don't that beat all? Seems like everyone's gone Hollywood. Here's someone we can count on to keep a level head.
$10,000. What do you think I am? A pushover? Listen, JJ. If you want Mr. Whiskers to hawk your lousy cat food, you're gonna have to come up with more scratch than that. How much? Well, why don't you start counting at $100,000, and I'll tell you when to stop.
That is one hard-driving cat.
Hey, Mom! Look! There are those two guys from the show.
Oh, wow, I love those guys.
What are their names again?
Jim and Jem, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's Tim and Tam.
We hate to bother you, but we just want to tell you how much we love your show.
Oh, yes, you two are our absolute favorites.
Why, thank you, ma'am.
Well, always glad to hear from...
Do you mind if we take your picture?
No. As long as we can stay sitting down.
You guys crack me up.
My friends are gonna be so jealous.
Oh, hey, before we go, do you mind saying your catchphrase for us?
Catchphrase?
You know, the thing that you always say.
The one that always makes us laugh.
I'm not sure I'm following you. You know, if things seem too good to be true. Oh, then you must be in Paradise Junction.
That's it.
Then you must be in Paradise Junction.
That's so stupid.
You want to know something, Sam? I don't actually think I like being famous.
Hi, Polly. It's me, Joe. Now look, I know we haven't spoken since you left town, but I was just wondering if you're ever coming back or not. And I just... No. It's too desperate. Good thing her voicemail lets me re-record. Hi, Polly. It's me, Joe. Now look, I don't care if you're ever coming back or not. No, that's too cold. Hi, Polly. It's me, Joe. You know, the guy whose heart you ripped into a million little pieces? Oh, to heck with it. I'll never get it right.
I hear you make a pretty mean pie.
Well, no one's ever complained to my face about it.
Do you have any apple?
Sure, but if you don't mind waiting a few minutes, I have a gooseberry pie about to come out of the oven.
Oh, apple will be fine.
One piece of apple pie coming up. Say, you're that TV gal, aren't you?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, you don't sound too happy about it.
You can tell that?
I can tell a lot of things.
Then you should be able to tell why I'm not happy.
Well, I can't say for sure, but I could guess that TV business could get pretty frazzling at times.
No, it's not that. Not really.
Then what?
Never mind. I really shouldn't be telling you this.
Well, I wouldn't want you to say anything that you shouldn't.
Well, perhaps I could tell you a little more. This is good. I mean, really, really good.
You were talking about your job?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, the work's not bad. It's just that it can get so dirty. You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Well, take that first episode. The one where we interviewed the Hockelmeyers.
Yeah, they said some pretty mean things about Martha.
Yup. Only they weren't talking about Martha. We just, twisted their words around to make it sound like they were.
Well, you're right. That is a dirty thing to do.
There's more.
Like what?
No, I really need to stop talking. I could lose my job. Wink was spreading rumors at the pie baking contest.
You don't say.
Yeah, he made everyone think that everyone else was cheating.
And that's why nobody in town's been talking to each other.
It gets worse.
How could it get any worse?
Easy. What Wink has planned for tonight's season finale could destroy the town.
Oh, really? What's he got planned?
With the $5 million.
What? Wink's not gonna pay?
Oh no, he'll pay. The contract says he has to pay, but the contract doesn't say he has to pay the town directly.
Well, who's he gonna pay then?
Whoever finds it.
Why, that little... You know, I've met people who've talked in circles before, but I've never met anybody who can twist those circles round and round like a pretzel.
Come on, Joe. Haven't you wondered why Wink wanted tonight's show to be live?
No, I figured that's how you did it in Hollywood.
You people are all too trusting here. Look, it's all part of his plan. He's going to start the show by giving a shovel to each man, woman, and child in Paradise Junction. Then he's going to announce that 5 gold bars worth $1 million each are hidden somewhere in the town.
You mean like under the street?
Under the street, behind the walls. It could even be inside your counter here.
Oh, but folks will tear the town apart looking for them. They'll knock down their own homes, they'll dig up the streets.
Exactly. And the entire country will be watching.
No.
Wait a minute. Is something burning?
What? No. Oh no, my pie! Oh. This one's burnt to a crisp.
I'll bet it's your thermostat.
Yeah, let me take a look. Yep, this one's plumb busted.
Well, thanks for the pie, Joe. I'd better get going.
What? No, you have to tell me how to stop Wink.
You can't, Joe. Trust me.
Once Wink gets an idea in his head, no one can stop him.
Oh, Vilma, thank goodness you're here.
Of course I'm here. Somebody's gonna keep the town running.
Oh, I take it the mayor isn't back yet?
Nope, and she hasn't sent any word either. I'm starting to think one of those fish must have leaped onto her boat and swallowed her.
Well, at least that would be the way she'd want to go.
Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, I was wanting to look through the TV contract. You know, the one Mayor Flo signed on her fishing trip?
What for?
I don't know. I was hoping there'd be a way I can get the town out of it.
That would be nice. The town hasn't been the same since those TV folks came.
You've noticed it too?
Noticed it? I've got this headache because of it. And it's not just me. Dr. Gertie says she's never seen so many sick patients at one time.
Huh.
Did you find something?
Tell me, Velma, is Mayor Flo a good speller?
Well, she wouldn't win any spelling bees, but she's all right. Why?
Because she misspelled her own name.
What? That's impossible.
No, look, right here where she signed.
Well, I'll be F-L-O-W.
So either the mayor was so distracted by the fish that she forgot how to spell, or she's not the one who signed the contract.
You mean somebody forged her signature?
I'm afraid so.
Who would do a thing like that?
Well, I can't say for sure, but I have a hunch.
Thank you for your purchase, and remember, no refunds, no returns. Why, Joe, isn't this a surprise? I don't see you around here very often.
And you wouldn't be seeing me now, except that I've got an emergency. The thermostat on my oven is busted.
I'm sorry to hear that, Joe, but I don't carry thermostats anymore. In fact, I don't carry any appliance parts.
Well, what do you carry?
Well, see for yourself. T-shirts, bumper stickers, coffee cups.
You mean all you sell are souvenirs?
Well, that's all anyone wants to buy. Well, I could sell a dead skunk if I could figure out how to stamp the words Paradise Lost on it.
Well, that's great for you, but how am I supposed to get a new thermostat?
Well, I suppose I could special order one for you. Of course, it will take 3 weeks to get it.
3 weeks? I can't afford to wait 3 weeks. I'll go out of business.
Sorry, Joe, but that's the best I can do.
Oh, fine. It's a Heat Pro 3000.
That's a good thermostat, the Heat Pro.
Aren't you gonna write it down? Don't you have some paper down here or something?
No, I've got it.
No, I really think you ought to write it down.
All right, whatever you say, Joe. Heat Pro 3000.
Aha! I knew it. You're the one who forged the contract.
What?
You spelled pro with a W, just like you spelled flow with a W.
That doesn't prove anything.
All right, fine. Where did you find Mayor Flo the day you got her to sign the contract?
She was at the lake.
Well, I know she was at the lake. Which lake?
No, I know which lake. Conway, that was it. Lake Conway.
Lake Conway is a bass lake. Mayor Flo was angling for catfish.
Listen, Joe, I've got customers. If you're not going to buy anything, I'm going to need you to leave.
You know something, Horace? I've always liked you. Oh, I know you're a pushy kind of fella and you like to get your own way. But I always thought that deep down, you were a good man. Now I'm not so sure.
Hi, I'm Wink Smiley. Hi, I'm Wink Smiley. Hello, I'm Wink Smiley.
And I'm Joe Good. I own the Rise and Shine Diner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't give out autographs.
I'm not here for an autograph. I'm here to talk to you.
Oh, you do you? Well, the live show starts in a few minutes.
I'll make it quick. I need you to cancel tonight's show. Because I know that you didn't really get Mayor Flo to sign the contract. Horace McGillicuddy did. And I'll bet if I did some digging, I could prove you paid him to do it.
Well, I can't say the contract was forged, but I'll admit, we paid to make sure it got signed.
Aha! I knew it.
But it wasn't Horace who paid. It was Polly.
What?
Polly and Day. That newspaper reporter you used to hang around with.
What? I don't believe it.
That's not my problem.
But why would Polly do such a thing?
Think about it. Who had the most to gain from our show coming to town? Who got a big, fat promotion out of the story she wrote?
1 minute, Wink.
All right, Nora, I'll be ready. Go ahead. Drag my name through the mud. But if you do, you'll be dragging Polly's name too. It's your call, JoJo.
It's Joe. It's just plain Joe.
Now remember, Arabella, stand up straight and smile. 20 million people will be watching tonight.
20 million? Is that a lot?
Of course it's a lot. Why, anyone could be watching. movie directors, movie producers, movie stars, maybe even the president.
The President of the United States?
No, the president of Paramount Pictures. Who cares about that other guy?
Here are your shovels.
A shovel? What's this for?
Just take it, would you? Wink says everybody's got to have one.
Maybe he wants us to dig a tunnel to China.
Don't be ridiculous, Edna. We can't dig a tunnel to China.
That's right. We'd burn up before we got there.
And besides, where will we put the dirt?
Tina, I'm so glad you can make it.
I've got to hand it to you, Wink. This show's bigger than even I expected.
Well, it's all thanks to you and your brilliant concept. I mean, who else would come up with a reality show about the world's most perfect town?
Well, it was you who made the show work.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's to never underestimate the greed of the average man. Or woman.
10 seconds, Wink.
I just hope everything goes well. Both of our careers are riding on tonight.
Don't worry, I've got everything under control.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Wink Smiley. Welcome to Paradise Junction. Tonight is a big night for the town. And not just because this is a season finale. No, it's a big night because we're broadcasting the entire show live. That's right. Everything you see is happening right now. Nothing is edited and nothing is cut. Why are we doing this? Because tonight, the very soul of the town is at stake. Will these ignorant hicks resist the lure of unfathomable wealth? Or will they greedily destroy their once perfect town? The answer will soon be revealed here on Paradise Lost.
And we're out.
How was that?
Ooh, I'd say that was nasty with a slight hint of viciousness.
Great, that's just what I was going for.
Joe, you gotta see this.
What is this kid doing here?
Hey, what are you worried about? I thought you said you had everything under control.
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
What is it, Wilbur?
It's Polly. She made the New York Times.
What?
I see this article she wrote. It's on the front page.
Oh, I don't want to read it.
But it's about Paradise Junction. It's about you and me and everybody.
I said I don't want to read it. I already know what it says.
Well, we don't know what it says.
What's it say, Wilbur?
Well, I'm sure we're all dying to hear the article, but we really don't have time for it right now.
Make time.
Go ahead, Wilbur. Read it.
Yeah, what's it say, Wilbur? Okay, it's titled Paradise Found. The Paradise Junction you don't see on TV.
1 minute, Wink.
Can you read it a little bit faster?
Bag it, Mr. Smiley.
If, like the rest of the country, you've become a rabid fan of
Paradise Lost, and you probably think you know everything there is to know about the town where it's filmed. The people are petty and vindictive. Ignorance runs rampant. Greed has spread like a disease to every corner of the town. And I wouldn't blame you. After all, that's what the network wants you to think. But that's not the Paradise Junction I knew. I grew up in that little town, and to me, it was the best little place on earth. It was a place where the weather was always perfect, and the tomatoes grew as big as beach balls. A place where no one ever got sick, and every pie was a little slice of heaven. People used to say there was something in the air, or maybe the soil that made things that way. A little bit of magic, perhaps, that made everything fine. But the magic wasn't in the air or the soil. It was in our hearts. We cared for each other, we looked out for each other, and no matter how we were feeling, we always had a smile and a friendly word for everyone we met. Somehow, though, we lost those things. We forgot how good and pure and strong those things could be. Perhaps it's not too late. Perhaps if we looked inside our hearts, we could find those things again.
Well, doesn't that just warm the soul? Now let's take our places, shall we? We're about to go on the air.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Wink Smiley. Welcome back to Paradise Lost. Tonight is a big night for the town. Perhaps the biggest one they've ever had. You see, when we first came to town, we offered them $5 million for the rights to film here. And tonight is the night they get that money.
It's about time.
Now, where is it?
That's the exciting part. The money is all around you.
All around us? I don't see it.
That's because you're not meant to see it. We've hidden 5 gold bars throughout the town. Gold bars that are worth $1 million each. It could be right here, under the streets, behind your kitchen cabinets, inside your neighbor's floorboards. All you have to do is look. I said, all you have to do is look. Ah, here's a resourceful young lad. I bet he'll find the first one.
I don't want the money.
What?
I said, I don't want the money. I want the town to be like it used to be.
Oh, Wilbur.
Are you crazy?
Well, if he's crazy, then I guess I am too.
You know, Arabella never did get her Hollywood contract.
And now that I've seen what Hollywood people are like, I don't think I want one.
Come on, Arabella, let's go.
Arabella! Let them go. It'll give us a chance to talk. Good idea. Do you know anything about baking pies? Well, I did almost win this year's pie baking competition.
What's wrong with you people? I said I hid $5 million in the town. Don't you want it? It looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Please excuse me for a moment while I see what I can do. Stop! This isn't normal. This isn't right. People aren't just supposed to turn down $5 million. They're supposed to scratch and claw and fight each other for it.
You're a fraud.
Stop! Don't go! I'll tell you where the gold is. Maybe it's here. Oh wait, maybe it's over here. Oh no, 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 my career.
What are you doing?
Hi, Tina. I've got everything under control.
You call this under control? This is a disaster. Turn the camera off. Look, Wink, I've had doubts about you before, but now I know for sure. You are the worst host in the history of television. You ruined my show. My brilliant, brilliant show.
Well, it's your fault. Who else would come up with a reality show about the world's most boring town?
It wouldn't have been boring if you'd done your job.
I did my job. It's these stupid country folk who didn't do theirs.
Well, you don't have to worry about them anymore. You're fired.
Well, you can't fire me.
Oh yeah? Why not?
Because if you do, I'll tell everyone about the forgery.
You wouldn't dare. That would mean jail for the both of us. I thought I told you to turn that thing off.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
I don't mean what I just said. I was making it up. You know, for dramatic purposes. Isn't that right, Wink? Isn't that right? Wink! Let me go! Let me go! Don't you know who I am?
Oh, I know who you are. I know who both of you are. If you promise never to set foot in this town again, I might just choose to forget.
Believe me, I won't come within 100 miles of this place.
And I won't come within 200 miles.
300 miles.
400 miles!
Well, folks, that's our show for tonight. Tune in next week for well, actually, don't bother tuning in at all. I'm Nora Davis, and this show is canceled.
Joe, you're still here.
Hey, Horace.
Listen, I've given a lot of thought about what she said. Remember how you told me off at the shop?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I said a lot of things that I shouldn't have.
No, you're right. I'm not a good person. I should have forged the mayor's signature on that contract.
You know, Polly made you do it.
What? Polly had nothing to do with it. It was all my idea.
But Mr. Smiley...
Mr. Smiley. The guy who said the show would be called Paradise on Earth. The guy who said he'd tell the world about our wonderful little town. That Mr. Smiley?
Gee, Horace, I guess you're right. I've got to get better about who I believe and who I don't.
Uh-oh. What's the matter?
Excuse me, Horace. I've got to go call Polly.
You called?
Polly, what are you doing here?
Now, Joe, I can't believe you'd forget a thing like that. Didn't I promise I'd stay in Paradise Junction? The town made the front page of the New York Times.
What? Why didn't you ever call?
I'm sorry. I must have picked up the phone 100 times, but I just never knew what to say.
Oh, that's funny. I never knew either.
Still want to marry me?
Well, I suppose I have to now.
What do you mean you have to?
Well, it'd just be a mighty shame to waste a perfectly good wedding dress. Oh, Mayor Flo, you're back.
I sure am.
How was the fishing trip?
Well, it was kind of a miracle, Joe. I caught so many fish, I couldn't bring myself to stop.
Where are they?
Oh, well, I threw them all back in, so I can catch them again. Anyway, did I miss anything while I was gone?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Polly and I are getting hitched.
You're right, I don't believe it.
Well, as you probably figured, everything turned out all right in the end. People gave up their fancy Hollywood ways and went back to doing the jobs they were supposed to do. The sickness that everybody had been suffering from seemed to just go away on its own. And wouldn't you know it, my oven started working again, just like that. Things were so good that Nora decided to stay and open the town's first photography studio. And she may not be making as much money as she once did, but she's happy. In fact, we all are. You know, Jedediah Hornblower was right. Our streets really are paved with gold. Our walls and our floorboards too. And if that seems too good to be true, then you must be in Paradise Junction.
You're gonna just have to listen to me for a second. I just want to say how great it was. I'm proud of every one of these guys. And I thank you all for coming. And I thank you for those that are watching on live stream. So we're gonna say goodbye to the live stream. And we're gonna have a drawing here for a couple of the items from McGillicuddy's marked. So if you want to be your time, and every one of you guys have a ticket in there, so maybe one of you will be the lucky winner. Could you bring